where I was or when I was supposed to drop back down again. And I also managed to trigger an avalanche because I decided to go past the forest and up to a steep section. So not my proudest moment, not gonna lie, but so it's been a couple of weeks since Vasaloppet. Currently in Sweden again, but I have been back in Norway and doing some ski touring lately. And ever since I got back to Norway and went into the mountains, I've been trying to make some more edits, but it's been quite difficult. So I'll figure out, just give you a little rundown on what's been going on, and I'll tell a little bit about what I like to do after Vasaloppet is over. Because once Vasaloppet is over, Nordic skiing is pretty much over as well. Just zero motivation to do much more of that, and I really enjoy being in the mountains and skiing there. So ski touring is probably one of my favorite activities. So pretty much straight after Vasaloppet, packed my car and drove up to a place called Eisbergarden, which is in Jotunheimen, one of the most epic places in Norway, where you have the biggest mountains, pretty much the highest ones. And a bit of mine texted me and asked me if I wanted to guide there a weekend. So I said sure, it could be cool, and drove up. It was me and 4 other people who guided a group of 35 people, I believe. Some experienced, some not so experienced, but it was good times, and it's a really epic place. And we made sure the group made it back up and down safely, so that was cool. I think they were happy, and it was a nice experience to do some guiding, so that would be cool to do again, actually. And after that, went to Hemsedal, to Alex's place, the guy who got me the guiding job. He lives in Hemsedal. And then once we got there, it started snowing a bit, so I decided to go for a couloir that I had tried to ski earlier this winter. But I turned around earlier this winter because it was pretty shitty conditions, you know, just ice and concrete almost. And it's no fun to ski couloirs in such conditions, so. But considering Hemsedal got some snow once we got there this time, I decided to go for it again, and I started walking up quite a bit. But unfortunately, the conditions weren't much better than last time, and even though there were slightly, or as we say, dust on crust, that would even actually be an exaggeration, because it was pretty bad. So yeah, as you can see, I got some turns, but it wasn't much to scream hooray for. And then we tried another phase later that day in like this power line street in the forest. Basically, it's an open face in the forest where I put a lot of power lines, so it's actually nice to ski there if the conditions are good, and we were hoping it was. Because it was facing another direction than the couloir, but yes, it was tracked up from before, and then the snow that had come down weren't enough, so yeah, didn't feel too nice, to be honest. It was like fluffy a little bit on top, but then it was tracked underneath, so I didn't enjoy it much, but we got some nice turns, so it was okay. And then me and Alex decided just to hit the road and go to a place called Romsdalen, which is on the northwest coast of Oslo, 6-hour drive from Hemsedal, just to get some nice turns, because the conditions in Hemsedal were quite shitty. And we drove up, and we got a couple of days of skiing there, ski touring, of course. There are some really nice mountains there. You just basically do sea to summit almost at some of these places, and you get some nice views over the fjords, and you can ski some really epic faces. So. think we got some nice turns. I made a little edit about Alex and his new skis. And then we met some friends the next day. Skied a quite popular mountain that day. That was like 1,000 height meters. Yeah, we're 400 height meters. We're on this construction road pretty much, so maybe even 500 height meters. So wasn't the most exciting, but we still got some nice turns and a nice view. And it was good. Drove back to Amsterdam, and then it started snowing like crazy. And then after it had snowed like 50 centimeters, I decided to go by myself into the forest. And probably not the smartest thing I ever done, considering I ran out of battery on my phone, so I didn't tell where I was or when I was supposed to drop back down again. And I also managed to trigger an avalanche, because I decided to go past the forest and up to a steep section. So not my proudest moment, not gonna lie, but I think I learned a pretty good experience about it, because I had a bad feeling about the snow once I dropped in, and I was right. And yeah, even though it was a stupid decision, considering, because I managed to make a bit of a fuss considering the emergency services came and somebody called in the avalanche and thought I was buried there, and I talked to the emergency services, and the helicopter came and hovered over the avalanche. And yeah, like I said, a bit of a fuss there for 10 minutes or so, but managed to calm everybody down, and turned out to be okay in the end. So then I had to lay low for a couple of days, and then after that I decided to go for a more known place in Hemsedal where I'd been before, which was a mountain called Nibby. It's basically like most famous mountain for ski touring in Hemsedal, where everybody goes, so it looks like an autostrada. It's just tracked out all over mountain, because it's basically like 700-800 height meters in just this big ass face, and everybody goes there, and it's below 30 degrees. So yeah, it's not the place I would recommend if you want to have a good time ski touring, to be honest, because it might be okay to get up, but you won't have a good time down again. But I wasn't going down the normal route. I went back on the side a little bit and found a boulevard called the Banana, which I had skied before. And I skied in a much worse condition, because now it was quite nice, to be honest. It was slush almost. So in the end I managed to get myself some proper good skiing. You know, steep skiing, fast with good conditions is like always what I'm looking for, and that was nice. Stoked about that. But after that I decided to get back down to Oslo, because after the trip to Romsdalen with Alex, this happened. And the camera didn't want to turn back on again the next day, and yeah, I needed to get back down to Oslo and get it repaired, and that's what it's doing now. Before I could repair it in Oslo, but considering everything is getting centralized now, they had to send it to Sweden to get it repaired there. So I don't know how long it's gonna take, but hopefully not too long, and to get it sorted soon. So yeah, then I decided to drive to Sweden after that. That's where I'm now, just walking with Luna, Elin's dog, having a good time. And yeah, just gonna hang out here for a while. And then I get pretty epic adventure coming up later. I'm not gonna talk much about that. But as you figure out, ski touring is what I like, and I guess the steeper the better. And but I think also that's like a whole other conversation that I'm not gonna do now. I figure I'll just do a quick recap of what I've been up to lately, and I'll come back to you once my camera is fixed, and I can give you an update on what's to come. Alright, so again, thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Peace!